Yo, what's good? That was weird. Let me get rid of these old videos real quick. Bro. Yes, it just did it. Badass. First, we're going to look at this new SPM video I made. And then we're going to look at my boy Kim Folks video I made for him, man. So be ready to be entertained, guys. It's what day is it? Saturday. Come on. Yesterday was Halloween. Come on. What are you, hungover? Come on. Get with the program, guys. Come on. We're going to talk about SPM here, man. Everybody wants to talk about him. Everybody wants to talk about Mr. Carlos Coy. I don't know freaking why. I don't freaking know. All right? I really don't. I really don't know why everybody wants to talk about him, but we're going to do it because, bro, I give y'all what y'all want, bro. I give y'all what y'all want. Y'all want to talk about this cho-cho all you want? We're going to talk about this cho-cho all you want, okay? Get over it. Is it ready yet so we can smoke? Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. We're not going to do none of that stuff.
Now, back in the late 1990s, Houston was a real heartbeat of Southern hip-hop. Neighborhood stories turned into street anthems, and one name echoed through it all: Carlos Coy, the man the world came to know as SPM, South Park Mexican, simply. He wasn't just rapping, he was painting pictures of the life that he lived. Through his label Dope House Records, SPM gave a voice that was unheard, mixing pain with pride and poetry in every verse. For many, he was the symbol of hope, a hometown hero, proving that dreams could come true for anybody and anywhere. But higher he climbed, the faster it all came crashing down. Now in 2001, that success came to a crashing halt. Carlos Coy was arrested in Houston, Texas, facing accusations that would shatter his reputation forever. Authorities claimed that he had assault on a young girl at his home. It's said that the two duo, which is the two friends, were listening to Destiny's Child and having a good time. They then went into the bedroom where they were watching a movie. Then Carlos put his hand underneath the sheets and touched the buttocks of the young friend. The friend was scared but acted like she was asleep. When Carly was asleep, SPM then returned into the room and began. The girl felt sick to her stomach, called her mom, and the mom insisted that Coy drive her home. As he drove her home, he was telling her not to tell anybody and how she's a great dancer and he would make her a great dancer one day and a real big star. And he kept manipulating her and telling her, and she said she wasn't gonna tell anybody. It was that night which she did the right thing, and the mom took her to the hospital. Coy insisted the story wasn't true, that the allegations were false and twisted, but the state of Texas saw things differently in the case, and it gained traction. Media headlines exploded, and fans once who idolized SPM were left divided, unsure of what to believe. When the trial began in 2002, emotions ran high. The prosecution laid out their evidence, and the defense fought to protect a man that said that he was being targeted by everybody in the system. The jury listened, and what they decided changed everything. After days in court, the jury delivered its decision: guilty. Carlos Coy was sentenced to 45 years in prison and fined for $10,000 for aggravated sexual assault of a child. In that moment, one of Houston's most influential voices was silenced by the justice system and by his own fate. The rapper once who had told stories of the streets became the subject of one himself. Even from prison cells, SPM still refused to disappear. He continued to write, record, and release music, which I don't know how. He's in a federal place, staying connected to a fan base that still believed in him. Albums, When Devil Strikes Back, The Last Chair Violinist, were released after his conviction, proving that even behind bars, his words carried weight. To this day, supporters argue that the trial was unfair and the evidence never fully added up. Others say justice was served and that fame shouldn't protect anyone from accountability. Over 20 years later, the debate still lives on. SPM reminds us as a polarizing figure, again in hip-hop, a man who helped define Houston's sound, but whose story became clouded of the most serious charges imaginable. Was he a victim of circumstances or an architect of his own downfall? That question can't be said, and it gotta be left to the fans, apparently. And the critics are still divided to this day. The story of South Park Mexican is a powerful one, about talent, tragedy, and consequences. A reminder that success can't escape the shadows of our choices, and that even legends can fall from grace.
Hey, hey, man. Hey, man. And that was fire. That was fire. That was pretty much fire, bro. That was fire. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was kind of fire. That was fire. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty fire. I mean, I broke it down like perfect, and the AI wasn't like too like out of there. It wasn't like too crazy, like where it wasn't like where you really couldn't tell like it was him. Some more frames were like but most of them were pretty good. Most of them were pretty good. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I'm getting a lot of love for it on YouTube. I mean on TikTok. So shout out to TikTok, right? Oh, well, why don't you just go live on TikTok, Dick? Why don't you stop going live on here then, you freaking traitor? Good. Like, dude, we freaking hate traders, dude. That's what you're freaking acting like, man. You better stop. Whatever. But it is true, right? All these allegations on him, man. He had a pattern. He had a bad pattern of doing the same thing, and then it's like I don't know when people are gonna get it through their skull that it's like it's not good to do things like that, Mr. Coy. It's really not good to do things like that. I'm not at all. It's really not. Get it, be. The highway don't know you're alive. The highway don't cry your tears.
Boy, I'm about to speed through a crowd full of YNs. You know your mama told you not to swim in the deep end. They say Dex ain't been the same since that boy ain't had no Zans. That boy crushing the opposition, he treat them like some cans. They ain't really see my face, now I know they can't identify. R.I.P. to Kenneth Skilton, I know he protect me from the sky. And everything you're doing right now, I already did that. Do your best, you probably couldn't kill a fly with that diss track. I take the shit to the max, they tryna put me on the waiting list. Acquire so many haters, I even got my favorites. A boy like me, the death of dishonor when it comes to dissing here. A room full of puppies, no wonder it smell like piss in here. She walk around showing a tuna, it smell like fish in here. And that's what I related to, it smell just like my fishing gear. It's steamy in the car, maybe